Travis, did you hear the latest news about the NFL?
No, what's going on, Steve?
I know. It's all over, isn't it? Private equity is finally getting a piece of the action, and they're licking their chops while they're sitting there. The league owners voted to allow private equity firms to buy a stake in the teams, and there's plenty of dry powder there to invest.
Yeah.
We're talking about billions in new capital flooding into the NFL, which is likely going to raise these teams' valuations.
It's generally what happens when capital flows into a space.
Yeah. Especially with the numbers we're going to be talking about. We'll likely see deals happening soon.
Yeah, I think institutional ownership seemed inevitable here, Steve. I mean, team valuations right now range in that, $5 billion to $10 billion range? So even a 10% stake, that'd be a massive, $500 million to $1 billion investment?
Yep.
What individual wants to strike a check for that dollar amount where they actually have no control?
Yeah.
Not many. So, private equity money here is lined up to invest. You've got Ares Management and Sixth Street Capital Partners leading the charge here. And we're already hearing that teams like the Eagles and the Bills and I think even the Chargers are on the hunt for these type of investments already. Yeah. So like you said, deals are probably going to start coming out.
Yeah, Travis, and private equity investors are coming in for real returns, okay? Mm-hmm. The NFL teams print money. We know this.
It's true.
So teams are pulling in over $200 million in operating income. The Washington Commanders sold for $6.05 billion last year. That's 11x revenue.
So when we were looking at the list, the Cowboys were the highest value team, right? 10?
Correct. And they were, the Commanders were in the top 5, I know. But still, private equity is in for the long haul, though. Mm-hmm. PE, or private equity investments, must be in for a minimum of 6 years with at least a 3% stake in the team.
Yeah, and I think the more we looked at this, the stats are obviously impressive. But another interesting dynamic that we saw was controlling owners can only invest in one team at a time, right?
Yeah.
But private equity investors can actually spread their money across up to 6 NFL teams. So you maybe get a little piece of all the action teams if they decide to sell. So that's a lot of leverage and a lot of opportunity, and everyday investors that invest in private equity funds or have access to private equity funds, have the opportunity at this point to invest in an NFL team, which is kind of cool.
It is. Yeah, it's very cool.
So bottom line here, Steve, though, is the NFL isn't just a sport anymore. I know we love to watch it. It's an incredibly profitable business, and with private equity stepping in, we're only going to see that profitability move higher, would be our guess.
Yeah, there's no question. It's going to get really interesting moving forward with private equity coming into the picture.
I think so. We'll see.
Travis, it's been great. I look forward to it next week.
Look forward to it as well.